Hi, I'm Dan Schmitt. I do a weekly television show called Team Chicago Challenge. My website is teamchicago.tv, teamchicago.tv. We are at the Walsworth County Fair, Elkhorn, Wisconsin. We're about 8 miles north of Lake Geneva. I can't remember the last time I raced here, maybe a few years ago, but in the past, this used to be a very big, important race at Elkhorn, and my good friend, Betzel Smith, used to promote the races here. So today it's a Wednesday night with the fair, motorcycle racing. We're going to see what happens. I hope the weather holds off. I'm going to shoot as much video as I can in case it does rain. We'll at least have something to show you about flat track racing. And don't forget my website, teamchicago.tv, teamchicago.tv. And right after the riders meeting, it is time for practice. I am riding my 750 Triumph Trackmaster frame, a bike that I bought back in 1972 from George Wills. We're at the Walsworth County Fair, and this is a pea-gravel cushion track. And I do love cushion tracks. Let's see if I can find out where the fast line is at around this track. A little rough in the middle of the track. Head down the back chute. Checking out the high line. See how easy I can square the corner off, shoot down the front straightaway. In flat track racing, you generally shift all the way up the top gear. This is a 4-speed. Whoa! Not enough cushion in turn 1 and 2 to ride all the way up at the top. Like I was saying, in flat track racing, you generally shift up to the top gear and run it in 1 gear. The rules used to require that you could not downshift flat track racing. But on a 2-stroke motorcycle, you may have to shift going into the corners to get more power to the ground. With all the rain, this track looks and feels great. Now let's get into some of the racing action right here at the Walsworth County Fair. The first race we're going to look at is the brakeless class. Jumping out front on that Triumph, that's the young Jake Zender. He is sponsored by Maury's Place. It's on Highway 31 in Greenwood, Illinois. Right behind him is Terry Vestal. Both of these riders are from Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. The Triumph up front is a 500cc overhead valve engine. Terry Vestal is running a tank shift 750 flathead engine. Young Jake Zender is showing the old pro the fast way around this cushion track as he goes on to pick up the win in the first heat race. And I had a chance to talk to Terry Vestal earlier today.
I'm Terry Vestal. We're at Walsworth County Fairgrounds in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. We're doing a motorcycle event tonight here. I believe this is the first race during the fair. So it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a lot of people. We're running 3 classes. We're running a brakeless, which is a 48 Harley WR. And then running vintage, running a replica XR 900 Harley. And then we're running a hooligan with a 883 Sportster. So it's going to be a fun night on a heavy cushion track. Sponsors, we got a bunch. We got S&S, Fuel Cafe, Spectra Oil, Redline Cycles, Almuth Harley, Max Leathers, Spectra Oil. There's a few more. I know I'm forgetting them. I'm hoping that we can do good. 3 classes on 3 big old bikes. It's going to be a night full of wrestling, but I think we'll be all right. It's my kind of track. I love the cushions.
Thank you, Terry. As we take a closer look at the 3 bikes Terry is racing out here, this is a WR to 750 flathead engine, a tank shift with a foot clutch. So coming off the line, that's a little bit of a handicap. This XR 750 chassis has got a 900 Sportster engine in it. The bike he's going to run in the hooligan class is an 883 converted street bike for flat track racing. Brakeless class, second heat race, jumping out front is number 18. It's Larry Pettis, and he is on a Harley Sprint. It's a single cylinder, could be a 350 or 250. Second place was Larry Ferguson, also on a Sprint. And then you got Scott Johnson. Whoa, moving to second place now. That is Scott Johnson. I believe he is also on a single cylinder Harley, as we see a battle developing between that BSA, that's number 76, is battling with 86. That's a single cylinder BSA. That could be either a 250 or it could also be a 441 Victor. No brakes, but on a cushion track like this, you do not need brakes to get around this track fast and smart. But picking up the win in that heat race, it was Larry Pettis. And now we're looking at the final, jumping out front. It looks like 27. Boy, the lighting is terrible here. 27 is Terry Besto. Right there is young Zeke Zender. He is sponsored by, like I stated earlier, Maury's Place. That's his dad's business in Ringworm, Illinois, on Highway 31. As we see the young Jake Zender trying to move up on the inside. Terry's using that outside line. So we got a 500 overhead valve, twin cylinder Triumph. We got a 750 flathead Harley Davidson battling for the lead. I should point out 1935-36 AMA went to production racing. The engine and the frame had to be manufactured by the manufacturer. In the brakeless hand and foot shift class, it is young Jake Zender on that Maury's Place Triumph going on to pick up the win. Terry Besto second. Third place on 44, it's Randy Trissel from Minnesota. Fourth place went to Scott Jones. Fifth place went to Larry Pettis, and he was on that Harley Sprint. As we see the young Jake Zender taking the checkered flag. Now it's time for my heat race. I pull up to the line. Watch the starter. Watch for the green light. Light flashes. You don't get such a great start. There might be Don Lupe from Kenosha right in front of me. He gets by at bike number 22. That is Tony Journo, and he's on that 360 Boltaco. Journo, he owns Redline Cycles. He is riding a Botaco. It's a 360 Botaco 2-stroke. Now that bike does not make as much horsepower as my bike. I am running, I believe, in 5th place, but the pack has gotten away from me up front. The battle continues between Terry Vesto and the young Jake Zender on that 500 Triumph. So we got a 900 Sports to run. Whoa! I just went by Terry Vesto. He must have went down. Jake Zender is now up front. So head down the front straightaway one more time. The line that I have picked is not working. I'm either going in too high, but I can tell you, I am not getting on the gas quick enough. I am coasting too much. And in flat track racing, when you're coasting, you're not racing. I'm gonna have to run more races on this Triumph so I can get my speed back up. I'm not doing quite as good as I did in Champaign. Now passing on the inside, that is Terry Vesto. He's got back up. He is riding that XR 750 chassis. That's the race bike that Harley Davidson made. It's got a 900 Sportster engine in it. He is looking great. This is a good race for Terry, but he did not win. Looks like young Jake Zender is going on to pick up the win. As I get the checkered flag, I'm finishing in 5th place. Not a great performance. Earlier, I had a chance to talk to Tony, so let's go to that right now.
My name's Tony Journo from Salem, Wisconsin, owner of Redline Cycles in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We're at Elkhorn today for the county fair, racing a 1976 Botaco Astro 360. Used to be Pete Pulaski's from Kenosha. So it should be a good ride tonight on the track. Plenty of rain, so we didn't think we were going to have a track today, but they got it around, so it should be a really fast track tonight for everybody. I'll be racing in the vintage. They got an open vintage class. They didn't have a 250 360 class, so I got to ride that today. And then they got a senior class I can ride in. So I'm going to ride both of those today. So hopefully a little Botaco can keep up.
Thank you, Tony. Now we're looking at the Hooligans class. Now the Hooligans is a class that was created mainly to allow people to ride old 883 Harley Davidsons. And it's sort of a punk idea of racing. They don't want to conform, maybe. But anyhow, up front, J.J. Flattery, number 45, is up front. Jeremy DeRuiter's running second. Jeremy's from West Bend, Wisconsin. Terry Vesto's running in 3rd place. Right there in 4th place is Louis Launders. Coming by this time, it is J.J. Flannery putting on a good lead, 2nd place. Jeremy DeRuiter, as we see, Louis Waters moving up on Terry Vesto. Going on to pick up the win that first heat, it was J.J. Flannery. 2nd heat race, we got a battle up front between Dan Metzler and Dave Kilcarry. Dan Metzler running 2nd. 3-way battle for 3rd between Danny Hobus, Sam Fisher, and Dan Waters. Coming by this time, Dan Metzler from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, is out front. 2nd place, that Dave Killigan, using that low line and making it work. It looks like Danny Hobus running a tight, low line, and it seems to be working fine. Going on to pick up the win in the 2nd heat race, it was Dan Metzler. Dan Metzler, Harley Davidson BMW in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. As we see a battle for 3rd and 4th place between Sam Fisher and Dan Lauder. And that's all I got from the hooligan races, because my race is next. I'm running the final event as I line up, making a little room. I finished in 5th place, so I'm 5th man off the line. Watch the starter. Let's see if I can get a better start. The light flashes, and I get stuck on the line again. See if I can use a better line. I'm not going to go as high as I chase down this back straightaway. Because of the low light conditions, my camera is not as smooth as it could be, but still it's showing you the racing. I believe the bike in front of me, that's Randy Trissel from Minnesota on that Triumph. Head down the front straightaway. He comes by like I'm parked, and it turns out I have no forward motion. So I'm staying in my line, turning around, another bike is coming. Bike comes flashing by, let them by. Now I'm gonna pull down on the inside into the light. The engine is running. It feels like I broke the rear chain. I look down and see the chain is still there, I believe. The engine is running. Pulling in the clutch, trying different gears. I look down, see that I still have my chain. So what could be wrong with the bike? It just stopped, and the only thing I can think of, I may have blown the primary belt. On this bike, I have a dry clutch setup with a belt drive, a Gilmer belt, and I think that's what happened. The Gilmer belt broke in my primary case, and I am out of the race. As I look over, we see a great battle taking place between Terry Vessel and Jake Zender. And it was Terry Vessel picking up the win on that 900 Harley over the 500cc Triumph of Jake Zender. Now we're looking at the pro heat race. 2 heat race for the pro riders. $10,000 purse. First heat race, that is Morgan Metzler. He's on that Harley Davidson twin right with him. That's Ian Steers. He is on a 600 Honda. Going on to pick up the win in the first heat race. It is Morgan Metzler. Second heat race, we got a battle developing between Parker Lane, 257, 199, is Kyle Myers. Dan Mers is also right up there, along with Jim Kirschbaum. But it is Parker Lane. He's got the hot hand. Second pro heat race. We will make a front row start as they line up for the $10,000 purse pro half mile right here. Jumping out front. Might be. It's hard to say. We've got Bad Lane. Might be Parker Lane up front. He's on a 450 motorbike right there. Is Ian Steers. Also maybe on a motorbike, maybe on a 600 single. Morgan Metzler with that Harley Davidson back in 3rd or 4th, battling there with Blake Berry. Coming by this time, it looks like Parker Lane, Ian Steers. Morgan Metzler with that Harley Davidson, trying to find a way by. Back shoot one more time. Parker Lane, I believe, but the lighting is bad. Ian Steers down on the inside, going up on the outside. That is Morgan Metzler on that Harley Davidson twin. Moving to the front, that is Morgan Metzler. Metzler, Harley Davidson, BMW, Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. Listen to that Harley Davidson go by. He's in the cush, down the front straightaway. Morgan Metzler is letting his Harley Davidson sing. He's running right up there at the top of the cush. Great ride. Moving up, that looks like Parker Lane, trying to get by Ian Steer. Two Hondas running for second place. Harley Davidson comes by one more time. He is flying. He's got this track dialed. Second place. Parker Lane, Ian Steer, Blake Berry, Kyle Myers, Daniel Muir, Kyle Weiss, Henrik Olsen, and Steve Casson comes by. He's on that Yamaha, yellow leathers, on that 750 Yamaha Twin, a vintage bike, but he's battling for some of the cash. You see Parker Lane go by, running in second place. Steve Casson using that push with his Yamaha, but here comes the leader. That is Morgan Metzler, Harley Davidson, and BMW. Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. He's picking up the win in the pro class, getting the majority of the cash money. Second place, Parker Lane. Third place, Ian Steer. Fourth place, Blake Berry. Kyle Meyer. Fifth, sixth is Daniel Muir. Seventh place is Kyle Weiss. Eric Olsen is running in eighth place. Ninth place, Steve Casson on that Yamaha. And Jim Cushbaum on the KTM in 10th place. A great day. For more information on the AMA, American Motorcycle Association, their website is AmericanMotorcyclist.com. For more information on District 16 in Wisconsin, go to AMADistrict16.com to get involved with motorcycle racing. And to contact me, it's teamdan45@gmail.com. Let me know what you think of this show. And remember, on YouTube, you can always search with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for more great motorcycle racing action right here on YouTube.